Hello again, everybody. I'm Leafy the Hunter, and this is the Classic WoW Hunter's Guide. Now, this week, I'm here to talk to you about something that is very exciting: hunter gear. What is hunter gear? What are the stats on hunter gear? And what should you be need rolling on as a hunter? First, we need to talk about your primary stat. As a hunter, all stats benefit you, but your primary stat is agility. As you can see, the number one stat on every piece of your tier 1 set is agility. Agility, being your main stat, gives you range attack power and crit. The intellect on your gear increases your mana, and the spirit increases your mana per 5 seconds. You'll notice there's no strength on the gear, but as a hunter, strength will give you melee attack power. Now, obviously, you'd want to stack agility, because you're going for max range damage. Unless you want to be a melee hunter, then by all means stack as much strength as you can possibly get. That being said, agility as your primary stat means you shouldn't neglect your other stats. Intellect, stamina, spirit are all very important things to have. More int means more mana, means more damage. More spirit means more mana regen, means more damage. Now you might be asking, why would I even bother bringing up intellect and spirit as a hunter? Because that sounds dumb, right? Well, hold on to that thought because we'll get into that. To understand what hunter gear is, first we must understand what the different armor types are. You have cloth, leather, mail, and plate. As a hunter, you will start out wearing leather. At level 40, you will be able to train how to use mail, and from then on, most of the gear you will want to use will be mail gear. Now, it's 2019. Why it's still called male gear and not gender neutral gear, because there can be female hunters, I don't know. But hey, that's what we're stuck with. You will never be able to equip plate, but take heart in the fact that you can find and equip as much cloth agi gear as you can stand. Hunters can use pretty much every weapon in the game except for wands and maces. Your ranged weapon choices are bows, crossbows, and guns. For melee weapons, your options are two-handed sword, two-handed axes, one-handed sword, one-handed axes, fist weapons, spears, daggers, staves, and thrown weapons. Why you would equip a thrown weapon as a hunter? Because it takes your range slot? I don't know, but hey, RP is fun sometimes. Sadly, you will never be able to equip a two-handed or one-handed mace, and you will never be able to equip a shield. But take heart in the fact that you have a virtual smorgasbord of weapons available to you at your disposal. What should you be need rolling on? Well, simply put, you should treat that need roll button like you treat your Tinder, and just need on everything, just endlessly swiping right, and maybe at some point, you win a piece of gear, or you get a match, and you feel really good about it. But yeah, just right swipe on every piece of gear that you see. Not that piece of gear, but every other piece of gear. Getting back to stats, we have to look at the secondary stats. The secondary stats you'll be looking for as a hunter are attack power, crit, and hit. Hit is the first stat you'll want to try to stack, because you don't want to be missing shots left and right, otherwise why bother shooting your bow and wasting your ammo at all? There are talents in the survival tree that we covered in the previous video that increase your hit. If you're having trouble finding hit gear, you might want to consider trying to get that talent out of the survival tree. You get attack power by stacking agility. 1 agility equals 2 attack power. But occasionally you will find pieces of gear, be they rings, trinkets, or otherwise, that have straight up attack power on them. Do not neglect these pieces of gear. Crit is arguably just as important as hit. The more you're critting, the more damage you are doing. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Now, there's also spell power to increase damage and healing done by magical spells. The interesting thing about this is it will also increase the damage of your arcane shot. So, if you want to stack spell power to increase your arcane shot damage for kiting, or because that's the only damaging ability you choose to use, you can go that route. This brings us back to intellect and spirit. If you so choose, you can find gear with intellect, spirit, and spell damage on it, and stack it up. Why would you do this? It's very simple. Once you stack this gear, you can then annihilate people and mobs with your overpowered arcane shot. And if you're lucky enough to get the Hunter trinket out of BWL, you will be unstoppable even in AoE situations, as you detonate massive arcane shots on groups of unsuspecting individuals thinking you're just a bad hunter running around in cloth. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just saying it's probably the best way you could possibly play your hunter. This brings me to my most important point to answer the question that I asked at the beginning of this video. What is hunter gear? In one word, everything. Leather with agi, int, and spirit, hunter gear. Cloth with spirit and int, hunter gear. Mail with MP5 and int, hunter gear. Spell power ring, hunter gear. Strength 2-hander, you might need to melee at some point, hunter gear. Int, crit, stam, spirit, spell power, MP5 staff, charge up those arcane shots, fellas, that's hunter gear. Agi daggers, get 2, that's perfect for dual wielding, because that's hunter gear. All ranged weapons are hunter gear. Don't let a warrior or rogue take them as a stat stick. That is your primary source of damage. Don't let them take it. At this point, I'd like to run some of the old raids, see what loot drops, so I can give some examples of hunter gear. 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 Double hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Definitely hunter gear. 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 Hunter This is hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Hunter gear. Definitely hunter gear. Hunter. This is hunter gear. Hunter. Definitely hunter gear. Hunter gear. This is hunter gear. Oh, wow. What can I say, boys? Normally this wouldn't be hunter gear, but today it's getting looted by a hunter. Now that we've covered what you're looking for in hunter gear and shown many examples of what hunter gear looks like, you should be ready to get out there and gear your bad self up. Well, that's all for this episode of the Classic Hunter's Guide. I'm Leafy, the literal god of hunters. Be good, stay cool, and keep those need rolls rolling.